And you guys tend to blame the retrograde planets all the time, like, oh, it's retrograde, everything's backwards, blah blah blah. Y'all need to start blaming some of these direct planets. Hi guys, I'm Shello, the astro stylist. You can call me astrology, you can call me Shello, you can call me C, you can call me the visual enchantress, but whatever you do, say it nicely. Thank you very much. Let's talk about what's going on with you and what's going on with everyone else, because there is something specifically that we are missing, and you're not stepping up to the plate, and so are other people are not stepping up to the plate either. What's going on? Is it the Mercury retrograde in Leo? Is the Saturn in Aries retrograde? Is that what it is? Is it Uranus and Gemini? And you guys tend to blame the retrograde planets all the time, like, oh, it's retrograde, everything's backwards, blah blah blah. Y'all need to start blaming some of these direct planets, because this Virgo Mars South Node conjunction, insane. Okay, I don't even know why nobody's like even, you know, tapped into that transit. Got us going nuts. Okay, come on. And that's ruled by this Mercury retrograde in Leo. Plus, Uranus just went into Gemini, which is ruled by what? This Mercury retrograde in Leo. So it's tying a lot's tying back to this Mercury retrograde in Leo, which is talking about self-worth, self-image, the ego. Okay, we got some work to do. So we're gonna be pulling some cards, and we're gonna figure this out. Okay, welcome to C's Cozy Corner. Even though that intro probably wasn't so cozy. If you have never been here before, again, welcome to C's Cozy Corner, where we talk about fashion, beauty, astrology, wellness, spirituality, and all things beauty and glamorous. So this chit chat is about the energy I was talking about back in January when I posted this video. And I know you didn't watch it. So you can go pause this video and go back and watch it, because then you'll understand what I'm talking about. So again, welcome back to C's Cozy Corner. I know I gave you guys a good old-fashioned Gemini ghosting. Let's hear it for the Gemini. You can clap louder than that, and you can snap harder than that, okay? Anyways, I am back. I'm sorry. This year has been crazy. I want to give you guys some quick updates, and then we're going to get into the divination, okay? First update is we have a new website. Yay! I've been working so hard to get the website perfect for months. I ended up just doing a whole different domain and changing everything. I designed all the graphics myself. I've done all of this myself. So I deserve my little pat on the back from me as a Virgo, because I never give myself one. Adorn has been getting really good reviews. I just want to say thank you to all of my clients, all of the guys, the gals, the days that I speak with and talk to and get to help you on your journey. Like, it really means so much to me. And then for the reviews I've been getting this year are just so, like, they're so not even just heartwarming, like, they literally elevate my spirit. So I just want to say, in this public platform, thank you guys all so much. Mwah! I love you so much. Thank you. So obviously after our talk, you can check out 2 options I'm having right now. The first one is Solaris, is the 6-month to 1-year guide for content creators. It is for anybody who owns a business, who just likes content creation, who loves to be on TikTok, who loves anything like that. This is for you. This is for you. This is for you, because I own a business. I understand the struggles of not understanding content and where it's going and where it's flowing, but I know astrology. And I know public relations, because I have a degree in it. And I understood that there is a need for people, because they're like, what the heck are we supposed to do with content creation now? It's Neptune is out of Pisces. What are we gonna do? Uranus left Taurus. What are we gonna do? I have the exact tips for you, and it's in Solaris. So if you head over to theallier.com, you can grab your copy of Solaris right now. And if you're still confused, you can go grab a reading that I'm running a special of 10-card tarot and oracle readings, $25. They're recorded sessions, so you can watch it over and over, and we just dig into the current energy of what's going on. I have raised my prices, so I would get this while we can, because come September's price isn't going to be July's price, and this is a special just to give thanks to my clients for being so wonderful, giving wonderful reviews. Like I said, those are soul warming reviews, so this is my thank you to you guys. $25, 10 cards. We're going to tap into whatever is going on, and we'll get you figured out, babes. Take advantage of it. And speaking of cards, let's get into this divination. So this is the August divination. We're gonna start with let's start with some water. Because what's going on, everybody? Like I said, Mercury's in Leo. It's retrograde. You have Leo placements like I do. We've had some crazy transits the last 2 years, okay? The Mars retrograde And then the Mercury retrograde in Leo, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? And then if you haven't noticed, I have entered my Saturn return era, babes. So I have been on the verge of a crash out for at least 3 months now, almost, since it's gonna be August. So yay, right? And Saturn's retrograde in Aries right now. Just so you guys know, if you weren't wondering, it's retrograde in Aries. But let's get into this reading. So first of all, the overall energy of August. We're gonna need some pick-me-ups, which is why I was talking to you crazy in the beginning of this video. Like I said, I created that video. Again, go watch it. Beginning of this year, talking about these times we're coming into where we need inspiration, right? And you, especially if you're watching with me, probably have some kind of creative thing you need to tap into. Most of the readings I've been doing lately have had this urge of like, go with your passion, go with the flow, because something beautiful has to come out of what you've been through. It has to. There's always beauty within the pain. And that's why Saturn exalts in Libra. No, I'm just kidding. Not really. But yeah, there's always beauty in the pain. And I'm a living example of that, guys. I took astrology from the painful experiences I endured throughout my childhood, throughout my early life, and the things I saw around me. And I said, no more. I refuse to let so many women sit and just crumble inside of themselves, feeling lost, feeling unloved, feeling uncared for. That is my passion. Like, I don't want to get started in this, but when I say it really breaks my heart to see somebody who is so beautiful, so talented, so wonderful, feeling so low because of their upbringing, because of their parents, because of their situation, because of a man, I hate it. So that's why I started astrology. That's my passion, right? So I want you to find yours. I know you know what it is, and I know that you're, hold on, I'm so sorry to point at you. I know you know what it is. I know you want to do it. So why are we, what's the reasoning? What was the reason? Like, literally. I'm waiting. Still. Like Kesha said, TikTok on the clock. We can both sit here and look pretty until you get that urge to start what you're doing. But let me stop ranting. Let's start pulling some cards. We're gonna start with the archetype decks to get some background on what's going on. Because again, everybody's acting like they're not that girl, and that girl, I'm saying that gender neutrally. Thank you very much. But that girl is you. So be yourself. No, I mean, like, seriously, understand that, like, you could have 20 million haters. Do you know how many people have told me that that's a weird idea, or that people aren't gonna like that, or that's demonic? Yet I'm still here, still thriving, still making wonderful connections, still understanding the world and its beauty, piece by piece, thread by thread. All right, so, ooh, okay, it's the first card. Okay, we're getting, I'm not even getting to shuffle. Let's see, Spirit, what energy are we entering into for August? Wow. I don't even want to go any deeper than this because this is really amazing that we're starting with. So I'm going to go through the cards first, and then we'll give a little bit of an astrological input to it, okay? So for August, these are the 3 cards for the overlying energy of August. We have the Bridge. We have the Shaman. We have the Ocean. Right off the bat, it's stepping into your purpose. The Bridge. All you got to do is go over the bridge and step into alignment. Step into who you're supposed to be. There's no other way to say that. Step into who you're supposed to be, because the Shaman is the next card. And I'll read the Shaman to y'all, just so y'all can get it dug in your head. And the last card is the Ocean. The ocean is huge, right? There is depth to the ocean. There's so much of the ocean around the world, right? It is most of the world. Most of the world is water, right? There's so much water. There's the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, Mediterranean Sea. Like, just think of all the bodies of water. I'm not just talking about ocean, bodies of water, right? And being in tune with the water while there are some transits going on with the water. So, for example, the North Node is in what? Pisces? Water sign. Oh, okay. Jupiter's in what? Cancer? Oh, okay, water sign. Sign energy, we have the Bridge, the Shaman, the Ocean. Now, you have to be willing to cross the bridge. You have to be willing to see that there's something on the other side of the bridge. You have to use this imaginatory thing that you desire to cross the bridge, right? And you know what that is? That's just your higher self saying, hey, this is what I want to do. Hey, this is what I want to do. But down here in this 3D area and energy, we're succumbing to limited beliefs. And I am literally so understanding of that, because I am a Virgo, and sometimes the hardest thing to fight is your mind. As a Virgo, it is the hardest thing to fight. You're fighting and battling your stuff every single day. I get it. But at some point, we have to take that, acknowledge it, say, you know what? I am going to war with my thoughts all the time, and transform it into something better, like a blog, like a book, like a magazine, since you're a Virgo. Photography, since you're a Pisces. Wedding planning, event hosting, since you're a Leo. Oh, sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to give you any ideas, but, you know, catering business, since you're a Cancer. Starting with this bridge that we have to get over. We have to acknowledge that, yes, there are things that are out of our control, but that cannot stop us from moving forward. Right, Pom Pom? Right. So we cannot stop ourselves from moving forward. If we are, we're always going to stay stuck. We're always going to be stuck in this loop of situations, right? And that's why the shaman comes in. The shaman is activated by long-standing and diligent study, the mentor. Second, its orientation is generously and accurately aimed towards the healing of the self, the other, and the culture, the healer. And third, the shaman has a knack for finding doorways to the other world, allowing psychic visions and old magic to leak into this world, the unseen. The shaman is a master who bridges the everyday and the sacred, revealing potent power needed desperately in our time, yet where there is power, there is shadow. Let me say that part again, because I don't think y'all heard me. Yet, where there is power, there is shadow. Okay. So the shaman must be vigilant in studying their darkness. This card reminds us that the force of healing is ultimately not our own. We must shape it and share it with the world. What did I say in the beginning of this video? That we were ready for what? Your gift. But with the shaman, we are really looking at somebody who's able to transform, like I said earlier, transform those thoughts into something better, transform that pain into something beautiful, right? When we're going through things and we're overthinking things, there's just an unelevated amount of emotions, right? It could go all the way up, it could go all the way down, it can go back and forth. What we want to do is find some center, and it doesn't have to be that whole love and light meditation. I'm not saying that, okay? Understand that there's a center to all of that, and what we have to do is transform our pain into something creative right now, our thoughts into something creative right now. Because one thing Virgo, the sign of the human, can do is understand human nature very well, okay? And Mercury in the sign of Virgo is very allotted to details, but just remember that Mercury is also two-sided. You can find light, you can find darkness. And what did they say about the shaman? Has to be able to accept its darkness, accept the things that aren't the best about you, understand them, and see, can I do something better with that? Is there something better to do? Is there something that I can exchange that energy for? Because I don't want to say get rid of it. That's not what I mean. Exchange that energy for and move that energy around in a different, more perspective, a better perspective for myself, better perspective for others, right? So the shaman needs to be able to transform so that they can give that gift. And to me, that leads right into that ocean card, where it says the ocean is big. It's a little bit scary. Oh, it's scary. It's scary to understand that you're aligned with your divine purpose. It's scary to understand that this is what you're supposed to be doing. It's scary to understand so many people want to see my art, but what if they hate it? What if they don't love it? What if they don't love me? What if they don't care for me? What if I get hate? What if I get attacked? You cannot let those what ifs, you cannot let that mercurial energy fly out the door. The what ifs have got to go. It's time to explore your options, because you have a purpose that is supposed to be shared with the world. There's no other way to put it. You have a divine purpose that's supposed to be shared with the world. Don't you ever forget it. Do you understand me? Don't you ever forget it. I took my rings off. Don't you ever forget it. Do you understand me? You're supposed to be doing this. There's a world waiting for you. Stop limiting yourself. Because limiting yourself is what gets us in the stuff that is going on around us, right? It's this, oh, I can't do it. Oh, they don't like it. Oh, my boyfriend doesn't like it. Oh, my family doesn't like it. Oh, who cares? It's your divine purpose. I'm so sorry for yelling, but I'm yelling at myself too, y'all, please. But please understand that I'm saying this because it's so important right now. It's so important to remember that there's beauty and joy in the world right now, and that you can contribute to that. Remember that for the South Node, Mars, Virgo conjunction, you can contribute something beautiful to this world that is going to help the humans in this world not give up hope. Pisces, North Node. Be a little bit delusional. Show your art. Show the beauty of life. The ugly that can turn into the beauty of life. Transform it, Shaman. You can do it. Okay? You can do it. And don't forget it. Sorry, I just got all preacher. Ciao. I got a little heated. I got a little heated because really, it really is my passion to instill the like feeling of I'm supposed to be here, I'm loved, I'm grateful, I'm here to create. Now, is that everybody? Some people's I'm here to protect. Some people's I'm here to acknowledge and influence and what's the word? Teach the people, basically. Some people's is to hold down the fort. Like, there's so many different responsibilities, and I'm just going through the planets in my head that we can have. But understand that ours don't all look the same. Mine doesn't look like yours. Mine doesn't look like yours, okay, y'all? Like, my purpose doesn't look like your purpose, and that's what's beautiful about it. There's so many different options for all of us. So I just want you to know that don't give up hope because yours doesn't look like mine. Mine doesn't look like other people's, and I have to tell myself that all the time. Like, your purpose doesn't look like theirs. Theirs may be to just be an influencer. Yours is a little bit sturdier, a little bit deeper, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having a surface level purpose either. Remember that. We're gonna go into some action cards. So I'm gonna be using an archetypal astrology oracle. Again, these are the 3 cards we started with for overlying energies of August. Let's see what spirits got for us. Some action cards for the month of August. And again, I'm gonna show you guys these cards because they're really beautiful. Like, this is the back. This is the back, okay? So let's see. Ooh, whoa, 2 cards just flew up. Uranus, Neptune. Don't get me started, okay? Uranus, Neptune, and then Moon, Mercury. All right, so these are our action cards for August. So what does that mean? See, what does Uranus, Neptune, and Moon, Mercury mean? Well, I have been talking about the Saturn / Neptune Uranus sextile that we're having right now for a while. It is absolutely not my favorite transit, and if we could get out of it faster, I never complain about my Saturn return again. Uranus Neptune to me is being in a creative space, okay? This is coming from a creative space, not just an astrological perspective, okay? Uranus is a planet of moving forward, right? Neptune, however, is a planet of claudication. And I don't really know if I can put it any other way, but like if you look at the planet Neptune, it's got this like, what's going on energy to it. And Neptune can cloud things that it's attached to. For example, if you have Moon Neptune, you may not feel so sure of your emotions sometimes when you feel them because you're like, is it mine? Or am I taking on somebody else's? Or am I not even sure if this is like a real emotion? Like, that's the kind of things that Neptune does in astrology in general. For somebody who may have Sun Neptune, it may be somebody who like has identity shifts all the time. Like, who am I? Do I really know? Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into Neptune, of course. I'm just giving you guys surface level things. But Neptune is also a planet that focuses on beauty. Know that Neptune has the idea and the energy of making something like dreamy, making something like mysterious, right? Kind of what people who don't know astrology say Scorpio is, like, it's mysterious, what's going on? Like, that's the energy of Neptune to me. It can very much influence things in a good or bad way. Right now, it's kind of neutral for me. So this Uranus Neptune card, Neptune is currently in Aries and Uranus is currently in Gemini. Uranus literally just went into Gemini and Neptune literally just went into Aries a few months ago. It hasn't moved. So this is an exact sextile we're working with. And what is happening is Mercury and Mars are having a little cahoot, right? They're like, hey girl, let's talk. They're saying, what if we found a different way to socialize? And what if we made that socialization something completely out of the ordinary? But it does have consequences. But they won't see the consequences until later. because Neptune is here. And now Neptune doesn't like to sit in Aries. It's uncomfortable, it's eerie, and that's exactly the word I can describe it, is eerie. Like, it seems like there's something more to do, because Mercury loves to boop, 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 okay? Mercury loves to flutter, 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 flutter. Neptune doesn't move like that, and Mars is a little bit slower, right? So Aries also is fire, so it likes to zoom around too, but Mars on Neptune makes this like uncanny, is that the word I want to use? Uncanny kind of balance. That's the only thing I can think of how to word it. It just feels, something feels wrong, right? Something feels right. And Uranus in Gemini is trying to move and zoom through things, and Uranus cannot move that fast. So Mercury is like, hey, you know what else Mercury's doing? It's retrograding in Leo. So this mercurial influence is just like, it's interesting. It's really interesting. But what, in reference to this reading, is watch out for your mindset about the things that you are aligned to be doing. Make sure that the things you're wanting to push forward and go through with are not just up to your standard and the standard of society. And I don't say this as like you need societal acceptance. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying, okay? But know that there is like a urge to produce, and not realize how much it's taking out of you, because there's so much going on, right? Neptune in Aries is like that, like it's trying to see through the fog, right? It's trying to see the better side of things. It's trying to cross the bridge, but it can't, because Neptune is that, it's hiding something, it's a little mysterious, I don't know what's going on, that doesn't seem so right. And like I said, that sextile is just making things so chaotic right now, y'all. Like, as soon as Uranus went into Gemini and hit the sextile, people have been social media and crazy. It's just like, breathe. I think we all need to do some breathing exercises. I think, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, some yoga would help. We need to do some things that settle the mind. I don't want to say clear the mind, because that's not necessarily what we want to do here, because you never know what's going to influence you to be creative. But let's settle the mind so that we can produce something that will help with that joy and seeing through that fog, which kind of leads into the next card. So Moon Mercury. Fact that Mercury is retrograde in Leo right now. Moon Mercury, if you take nothing else from this, y'all, what did I say before? That we need to settle our minds. This is just that doubling down. Settle the mind and feel in tune with your body, okay? Because one thing about Moon Mercury is that the mental wellness is at the forefront. Now, whatever you bring to the table, may it be art, may it be like physical jewelry, maybe it be clothing, maybe it be housewares, it could be whatever it is. Whatever it is, it needs to focus on bringing mental peace and wellness to the vast majority of people that you're trying to get your art to, right? Or trying to get your gift to, I should say, because this is a gift, right? Moon Mercury also is able to channel a lot of things from the head to the heart out into the world, okay? Because this is deep felt and divinely intuned emotion, okay? So you're not just feeling it because, you're not just feeling this calling because it's time. You're feeling this calling because your ancestors are asking for it. You're feeling this calling because spirit is asking for it. Somebody's asking for it, and it's not just you, okay? Now, because this is Moon Mercury, I'm gonna say it is most likely a feminine ancestor calling. However, I want you to look at this really clear. Do you see that is a full moon? And the waves are a little bit chaotic in the back. Like I said, that settling of the mind is going to put you in a different space. So whatever it is, you may have to go running, you may do yoga, you may cook. It has to be something active because it's Mercury here, right? Make sure that it is something that can help you settle your mind. What we don't want is us coming into this like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. That's the Mercury moon we don't want. We don't want to feel unsettled. We want to feel comfortable enough to take what we have in our head and what we have in our heart and push it out into the world so that they can see that there's something more. So you can show that there's something more. And that's really what the bigger picture is right now. We have to show that there's something more. We have to understand that there's something more. Our passions are not just passions that we're supposed to sit with and be like, okay, I'm passionate about this. There's so much to do with a passion, right? There's so much to do with a passion. And there's so much that we can do to protect ourselves and to protect others just by sharing what's in our head, channeling it through our heart, and releasing it into the world, okay? So these are our action cards. Again, we have Uranus, Neptune, settle the mind, Moon Mercury, channel it into, are we tapping into dancing? Are we reflecting? Are we reflecting? Are we reflecting about things that have come up in the past? So let's see what exactly we need to do now to level this energy and get our job done so we can be the creative, beautiful people that we are, right? What have we got? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, lots to start with. Lots to start with. These are the first two cards. Oh, we'll read all three of these, actually. Anything else? Hold on, we'll start with these three. So the first one, oh my goodness. I cannot make this up, y'all. So, the cards that came out. Cleansing. Truth and integrity. And healer. Y'all, I cannot make this up. What have I been saying this whole time? There's more to it. There's more to life. There's more that we can take. There's more than this. There's more. We have to show that there's more. So, cleansing. This is going to be the most important throughout your journey of discovery. Through your journey of discovery. Okay. Anyways, through this journey of discovery and understanding self, right? And understanding that you have a gift to offer the world. Cleansing spiritually and physically is so important. So, I will say, if you are not on your P's and Q's about spiritual cleansing, do it. Oh. Do it. And it doesn't like have to be this whole ritual every time. Spiritual bath, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, yes, take your spiritual baths, okay? Do not skip on a spiritual bath. But it can be feather cleansing. It can be an incense. And speaking of incense, child, I was having a fit because I almost ran out of incense from Curated Self. But I just got my notification that they're on the way. So if you haven't gotten Curated Self incense, go get them. They will change your life. You can feel the culture, the spirituality, and the love in those incense. So make sure you go grab yourself some. Because when I say Becca makes the best incense, I ain't had no incense that I love more than Born Sinner. And if y'all sell out Born Sinner, it's up, okay? Anyways, cleansing with incense is perfect. Smoke cleansings, Palo Santo. Again, use a feather. Literal sweeping your floors, keeping your rooms clean, keeping, showering, keeping up your hygiene. This is all going to be really important because if it isn't aligned, you're not going to be able to push out the things you want to do. Now, does life happen and sometimes you can't keep your space the cleanest and you're not? Of course, and that's not what I mean. But it's important to try to keep the cleansing at the forefront because you cannot cross this bridge if there's still gunk everywhere, okay? Okay, so yes, cleansing, cleansing, cleansing. Let's cleanse, let's cleanse, let's cleanse, okay? Let's cleanse. Ooh. Especially now, you guys need to realize that people are doing anything to get under your skin, okay? And this is purposely done. It is being done on a mass scale. Misinformation and arguments are being done on a mass scale, okay? Understand that there are people who are supposed to be doing that, okay? Doesn't mean you have to engage with them. Stand in your truth. If you come tweet the sky is blue and someone goes, girl, it's purple today, don't worry about it. The sky is blue for you, okay? The sky is blue most of the time. Your truth, your integrity, that's all that matters. If you see that something is not right, if you're seeing these spiritual systems crash down because people are manipulating others in their time of need and you feel like you need to speak out about it and you get attacked for it, but it's right and it's your truth, do that. The only way to say it is don't worry about the muggles right now, y'all. Dang, I couldn't even, my fan was not even feeling that. Do not worry about the muggles, okay? Because the muggles are just they're going to be running to spiritualists and tropes very soon, okay? Like don't worry about the muggles. When you are shown that you are correct in this instance and in your truth and standing in your truth, people don't like that, first of all. But people will understand that you were right, you knew what you're talking about, and there's nothing that can be taken away from it. Now, like I said, we're in this crazy sextile with Uranus and Gemini and then Saturn and Neptune and Aries where people are just arguing to argue. Please don't engage in that if you don't need to have to, okay? Don't engage in that if you don't have to, okay? Please worry about you right now. Worry about being the shaman. Worry about the ocean. Worry about cleansing. Worry about this Moon Mercury transitioning things out, okay? Now, this final card is the healer. And when I read the shaman card earlier, did I not talk about the healer card? This is a totally different deck, by the way. So let me just tell you how aligned that is, okay? What we have now is you stood in your truth. You cleansed. You made space. You settled that mind. You were standing in your truth and you were honest about the things in your life that you want and desire and the things that you want to push forward with. Now you're the healer. Now you're the healer. Now you're influential. Now you're understood. Now everybody wants your services. Now everybody loves your art. Now everybody loves your makeup. Now everybody loves your style. Now everybody thinks that the things you were talking about and the things that you are talking about protecting community are valid. You are healing on a mass scale, because this isn't even like this card that started this all, this bridge. Bridges are not little things, okay? They're big humps we need to get over, okay? This card right here, this Uranus, Neptune, these are generational planets. They don't change every day, okay? You are healing yourself on a mass scale, you're healing your ancestors, and you're healing others. So isn't that something beautiful to celebrate and be proud of? So why are you hiding? Why are you hiding? Do you see how heated I am? Why are you hiding? There's so much more to you. There's so much more you can give. There's so much more you can create. There's so many more people you can protect. There's so much more things you can build. There's so much more influence within you. Because of this, because you did the work, because you're standing in your true purpose, there's nobody that can stop something that's divinely aligned. Remember that all the time, y'all. I feel like I'm sitting in church, because this is really how they used to be with the fans, child. Used to be, whoo, I'm getting hot. So here at C's Cozy Corner, I want you to remember that you are in your divine purpose here. Because if you came here, you honestly know already that there's something you're able to create with, you're able to give. So I thank you for, one, taking that first step to understanding that there's more to you. But we got to take this big step here first, this bridge, and understand that the bridge has to be a little bit of a clearing so that you can walk forward, okay? So do that clearing, do that cleansing, settle that mind so you can walk forward and push through, okay? Because you are great, you are amazing, you're wonderful. Now, let's pull a final card. We're going to go for the archetypes deck to see what energy we're going to be standing in at the end of this. At the end of August, this is the energy we want to be standing in. Okay, I don't use this deck as much, but I really like reading with it. There's some like fun stuff that comes up with it, so yeah. Also, this is fun. I think I'm going to do the monthly divinations more often. This month has just been a little bit chaotic, and while I'm shuffling, I'm going to talk about this Mercury retrograde in Leo and what it means for this specific divination. There's a reason I keep bringing it back to this. Leo, in my opinion, is that heart center, right? Literally, the sun is the center of the universe. It's the center. So it plays a big part. And our sun right now is in the sign of Cancer, about to transition into the sign of Leo. So it's about to be in its home sign. And it's Mercury's retrograde is ruled by it. So we're going to have this big Leo influence coming on where people are going to start talking about ego, love and light, and all of this stuff. I want you to understand, Shaman, that we're not about that right now. We're about transformation. We're about acknowledging both. We're about not killing the ego. Please, if you're coming in here talking about killing your ego, go ahead and find somebody else. We don't kill the ego over here. We embrace it. We even it out. But we do not kill the ego, okay? So I just wanted to say that with this Mercury retrograde, do some self-esteem work. We'll get into another video with that because this one's already long enough. But for this Mercury retrograde in Leo, do some self-esteem work. Understand that you're more than you're even imagining. There's more for you than you're imagining. And we have to keep that mindset when going into times like these, because there is so much doom and gloom that no one knows where else to look. So that's why you have to be one of the people. It's your calling. You have to show the world there's more. Whether it's showing them there's grace and there's respect and there's validity in community, real community, not this false social media crap that people be talking about. Real community. There's a need for it. Whether it's showing them how to fight, whether it's showing them how to work out, whether it's showing people how to eat correctly, whether it's showing people that it's okay to eat soul food. Whole different topic. But whether it's showing them how to draw, whether it's showing them, oh, I just knitted this piece, whether it's showing them anything. Sure, you can show off your plushie collection, make people feel comfortable. Maybe that's your gift, okay? But know that there is something that you are supposed to be showing to the world, and don't let your ego get in the way of doing that. That's what we need to talk about. The ego cannot and will not let you be embarrassed sometimes, right? And that's that self-known Virgo energy too. We're talking about the embarrassing things of life and every day. Who cares? That's how you have to go about it. Who cares? Is it more important to not be embarrassed than it is to get the word out, to spread my love, to spread my energy, to spread my gift? Or do I just not want to be embarrassed? Who cares about being embarrassed? I had to learn that as a Virgo. Like, it's embarrassing to put yourself out there and nobody cares, you know? You know? But I had to learn that my gift is more important. So, yeah, sometimes I might stand at a table for 3 hours and nobody comes to me. But I was there to help, right? I was there to show my gift, and that's what matters, okay? So remember that during this Mercury retrograde in Leo, when people are going to try to bring down any kind of platform, anything you're putting into the world because they don't want to see you shine. And it's not just they, it's they that don't want to see you shine, okay? Remember that. Remember to do self-image work during this Mercury retrograde. Our final card, and that is, ooh, Lover. Now, what I love about this is, obviously this is not a tarot card, it's an oracle card, and I will read it to you. However, Lover in tarot is the Lovers. It is a Gemini card. And I know everybody's talking about it means partnership. Not necessarily. Think about how you and your higher self are two opposites, okay? And they're not necessarily opposites. They're opposite sides of the spectrum, though, because your higher self is up here and you're down here. The light and the dark, right? Okay, are we catching on now? Okay, so I'll read the Lover to you. Light attributes. Great passion and devotion. Unbridled appreciation of someone or something. Unbridled appreciation of someone or something. Didn't I just tell you to do some self-esteem work during this Leo Mercury retrograde? I love when this stuff ties together, y'all. I love it. Okay? The Lover is able to truly give and support and pour into others. Pour into others. Pour into others. Pour into others because they're whole. Because they're standing in alignment. Because they are adorned. They're loved. Because they're doing the things that they're supposed to be doing. They're standing in their truth. And people acknowledge them for it. They admire them for it. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. Okay, so let's go through the breakdown of the reading real quick, okay? I have the bridge. The first card is the bridge. We gotta get over this hump so that we can turn into the shaman. Someone acknowledging light and dark. Someone who's working towards being a healer. With the ocean as the next card, giving them multiple options and multitudes and depth into what they want to do in their divine calling, okay? Next, for our action cards, we have Uranus, Neptune, which is settling the mind, and we have Moon, Mercury, taking from the mind to the heart, pushing it out into a passionate, beautiful thing, okay? Next, we have cleansing, self-explanatory, and I want to go over the crystal on this. It is black tourmaline. It's good for energetic vampires. What did I talk about with Leo Mercury retrograde? People doing what? Okay. Truth and integrity. Turquoise, standing in your truth, being yourself, being accepted for being yourself. Healer is Numite, highly spiritual stone, highly ancestral stone, okay? Understand that this is not just healing you, you're healing others, you're healing others, you're healing others. It's so important to know that you're healing others, because sometimes when you're down in the dumps and you can't cross over this bridge and you can't feel it and you can't settle that mind, remember that you're healing others, okay? And then finally, the card that we're going to be at the end of the month, the Lover. Someone who is divinely guided, someone who's divinely in love with their purpose, in love with their self, in love with their higher self. They love themselves. They know themselves. They are here to present and pour into others. I cannot make this up, y'all. What a beautiful month. Astrologically, like I said, we have some interesting transits. We have, obviously, the sun is going into Leo. We're going to start off with the sun in Leo. And it is going to cross Mercury. I don't know if it's while it's retrograde or not. The sun and Mercury are going to cross in Leo, okay? Obviously, the moon goes through all its phases. The Leo new moon. And then we're going to have the Aquarius full moon later on in the month. Venus is in Gemini currently in this month of July. It is going to be transitioning into Cancer very soon. Mars is in Virgo. It's going to be transitioning into the sign of Libra, I think towards the middle or end of the month. I can't remember, but Mars is at about 19 degrees Virgo right now. So it'll be going into Libra quite soon. So that'll be a little bit of relief from that South Node conjunction that we're currently in. Jupiter will still be in Cancer. Saturn will still be in Aries. It might hit that 29th degree of Pisces mid-month. I can't remember. I haven't looked at the ephemeris. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just going off at the top of my head. But yes, Saturn is retrograde right now, so it's probably going to go inch back into Pisces. That's going to be interesting. I want to see how this affects this reading. But like I said, push through, cross that bridge, okay, y'all? This is in Gemini. Neptune is in Aries. And Pluto is in Aquarius. Forever. I'm just joking, y'all. It's not in there forever. But that is the astrological lineup of the next month. So August is going to be a very interesting one. I want to see how this fire energy is going to go with the Mars and Libra. So like this Aries energy with Mars and Libra, and then this Leo energy. It's just going to be interesting for sure. For sure. So yeah, Venus and Cancer too. I mean, Venus is going to cross Jupiter. So there is a Venus-Jupiter, is a Cazimi? I think it might be a Cazimi. Venus-Jupiter Cazimi, August 12th or 13th or something like that. Beautiful transit coming up, which I think is going to be great for this ocean to open up for you guys, so watch out for that transit. Otherwise, this has been the August divination. I'm very excited to get back into divining for you guys and posting them on YouTube. I'm really grateful that, like, people even listen to my divinations. There's so many wonderful readers out there, so I'm really grateful that you guys spend time with me and come and check in the C's Cozy Corner. I pray, and I'm not even going to say I pray. I call a beautiful August in for you, a very creative, a very divine, a very present August for you. I call all types of beauty into your life for this August. I pray that you are able to use the stars to manifest the life of your dreams, and that the creativity you have deep down inside of you is able to be brought out and showcased to the world, because you deserve to have that, but also we want to see it. We want it. We all want it, okay? We need it. No matter what some bot on Twitter is telling you, we want it, okay? If you would like to find me, you can find me on Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, or TikTok. If you want to find my blog, you can look on my website, or you can look on Substack at substack.com/astrology. You can also find me at Curated Vibe, which is a group of wonderful, 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 beautiful, beautiful people who offer so many different things. We've got astrologers, we've got tarot readers, we've got authors, we've got musicians in the most divine and beautiful sense. Check out everybody who is on Curated Vibe. I think you guys would really like us, not just including me, of course. I think you would like the team. We're very funny, we're very social, and we've got stuff going on throughout the week. We have lives. We have for the Lovers Fridays. There's so many cool things that go on with Curated Vibe. So make sure you tap in, okay? Tap in to Curated Vibe. Make sure you subscribe to the LDA, and I will see you guys later. Happy, most beautiful August. Mwah.